This is doom scrolling, and it sucks. A lot. Like, a lot. I'm 16 right now, and it seems like it's becoming more common for people around my age from like 12 to like 20, like young adult to adolescent, to doom scroll. But why is doom scrolling bad? Why should you stop doing it, and how do you stop doing it? Doom scrolling is usually associated with spending like a lot of time, like hours on your phone watching TikTok or Instagram Reels. Really, any short form content, that's what doom scrolling is. And when you take most of your day outside of school or outside of work doing doom scrolling, because it's not like 20 minutes, you usually doom scroll for a while. When you do that outside of school and outside of work, that's your whole life pretty much. You just school, work, then doom scroll, sleep, repeat. And when you do that, you just become a boring person. Doom scrolling just takes so much time out of your day that it's like you don't have time to build hobbies. You don't have time to build different skills that make you a more interesting person or a more complex person. Somebody who has more fulfillment, stuff like that. If you just do school or work and then doom scroll and then sleep or like other like things that waste your time, you just become like a robot. And when that time piles up, you're going to be 21 without any hobbies, without any real skills, and you're just going to have a general education and no real passion. And like that doesn't sound good, does it? Imagine yourself in this situation, right? You're 21. You just got kicked out of your parents' house, or you're just living on your own now. No hobbies, no really good skills, no passion, no extreme happiness. You're just a 21-year-old with a general education. Is that somebody you want to be? Like, let's be real. That's not a terrible thing to be, but it's like you want to be more than that, right? You don't want to be just a regular dude. Like that's like you spawned in at age 21 with a general education. We want to be more than that, right? So don't doom scroll. That's the first thing. It wastes so much of your time. My second problem with doom scrolling is not only does it waste your time, but it can also negatively impact your health. So I wrote a paper on this for an English class. I had a research essay I had to do because I do dual enrollment, so I do high school and college. So for my college class, I had to write an essay. It's like five pages pre-works cited. And the topic I chose was how internet use, or rather how excessive internet use impacts the health, like mental and physical health, social and emotional development, and also the sleep of adolescents, right? So I read up a little bit on this stuff, and what I realized is that they call it problematic internet use, or PIU, I think is the acronym. Yeah, PIU, and also just like excessive internet use. They use these terms to kind of talk about just, it's pretty much the same as doom scrolling, using the internet for long durations of time to where it can like impact your life. So when you're doom scrolling for a lot of time, which I'm just going to use these synonymous terms because I think they're equal. Problematic internet use is what they actually say in the papers, and excessive internet use. But I think doom scrolling kind of fits the same wording or the same definition, so they're going to be interchangeable. The studies specifically said that adolescents are more susceptible to the risks of doom scrolling. When you use the internet for a long period of time, it can give you sleep problems, decreased focus and attention span, and it also impacts your ability to remember, as well as your physical and overall mental health in a negative way. So not only does doom scrolling waste your time, but it also negatively impacts your health, especially if you're around my age or younger. Like if like a 5-year-old, I'm pretty sure it's even worse. So that is why you should not doom scroll. That's why doom scrolling is bad. It was only 2 reasons. I said 3, but it's 2. Now, how do we stop doom scrolling? What is the methods that I've used personally that have worked for me? First thing I want to talk about is blockers. I've used blockers a lot. Recently, I decided to try and, ease off of them because they're good at just making it impossible to actually use the thing that you're stuck on. Like if you put up an Instagram blocker, then you can't use Instagram. But once you don't have that blocker, you're still susceptible to like doom scrolling, right? It doesn't fix the problem. It just kind of pushes, it's like a band-aid, right? You don't fix it by putting the band-aid on there, but it's just kind of there for some help, right? So blockers, they're easy, but they don't fix the root problem. Second thing, get some good hobbies, right? Get one or two, maybe even 3 hobbies that you really really enjoy, that you really want to get better at. And if you have those, then you just don't have time to doom scroll, right? For me, right, YouTube's one of them. The gym's another one, because I go to the gym every day, or for the most part, not every day. Like recently, this break, I haven't been going, but like during school and stuff, I go to the gym every day after school, and it's like that takes up like an hour of my day, right? It's nothing crazy, but having a hobby and having something that like improves my health just kind of takes time out of the day where I couldn't even doom scroll if I wanted to. So not only does it get rid of the time of the day to doom scroll, but it also helps you become a more interesting, skilled, and just kind of like more fulfilled person, I guess. And I just kind of want to give my situation of doom scrolling because, if I'm giving you advice, you kind of want to might want to know what I did. So I never really did short form content doom scrolling. What I do is YouTube. YouTube is what I waste so much of my time on, right? Not YouTube Shorts, first of all. It's not Shorts. I'm not one of those guys. Okay, used to be, not anymore. But I'm not used to. I still sometimes I spend a lot of time on YouTube just watching videos, right? Like 45-minute long videos, 20-minute videos, whatever. Long form videos. That's what I consider my doom scrolling, right? I waste so much time on these sites. Just YouTube, like, who do I watch? I watch, RDC. I watch them a decent amount. I watch XQC a decent amount. I watch, who else is there? Joe Bart. I kind of watch him, not as much really, but I watch him a little bit. I just watch these guys' videos, like the long form videos, just too much. That's my example of doom scrolling, right? Just that kind of. I thought you might want to know that if you're taking advice from me. So yeah, this is kind of my situation. I use blockers for YouTube. I use blockers for what else is there? Netflix. I used to watch Netflix a little bit too much, not anymore really. But I got some hobbies, but those weren't. You can get hobbies without making them like, oh, I have to do these so I don't doom scroll. Just get hobbies in general, right? But they also help with doom scrolling. Another thing is just deleting the apps entirely. It's kind of like blockers, but like let's say you deleted Instagram because you doom scroll on Instagram, right? You can't use Instagram, but like if you install it again for whatever reason, the problem's not fixed, right? If you like get into the habit of going on Instagram, you're gonna start doom scrolling. You're gonna start doom scrolling again. So it's like the blockers where it's a band-aid, right? It don't fix the root problem, but it gets rid of the now. Like right now, there may be a problem. Delete Instagram, no problem. But if it comes back, then it's a problem, So it's a short-term solution, not a long-term solution. Another thing, kind of like the blockers, is limiting your time. I use an app called Stay Free, and what I can do on that app is I can limit the amount of time that I'm on YouTube. So they're kind of like blockers. Like I would have like maybe 2 hours every day at most, to kind of like dwindle it down. But recently I decided to take them all off to see if I could just, do it without the blockers. So limiting time pretty much at a certain point in time, once you use the application too long, it'll kick you off. It's another short-term solution. It's not long-term, but it kind of works, right? You can see how it works. It makes it impossible for you to doom scroll for the entire day. Another thing I did a while ago, it's like maybe a year or two ago, was making my screen time visible on my phone. Let me pull it up real quick. So like boom, I can see my screen time right there. If you get like a widget or whatever and you can put your screen time, that works because it doesn't like stop you from doom scrolling, but it makes you more aware of how long you've been doing it. So if you ever leave the app and you have that on your home screen, then you'll be like, dang, it's been like 3 hours or 2 hours or whatever, right? So get that on your home screen just to be more aware, and then maybe there might be instances in where you'll like see that and you'll stop. And these last two are things that I think will actually work the most. One I've done, the other I'm working on, right? So the one I'm working on is finding others with the same goal. Because if you have other guys that, or other girls, whatever, I don't know, if you have other people that have these goals of, I don't want to doom scroll anymore. I want to get more, I want to get better. I want to improve myself, right? Other people with these goals, you guys can check each other and then you guys all improve together. You all go to the top together. So finding other people with similar goals will help you all become better. And I think that's more of a long-term solution because when you guys change, when you guys improve together, it's like you're changing as individuals. So once you become, let's say you get Instagram back on your phone, you'll be a different person, right? So you won't want to do that stuff. So that's one, I think, long-term goal or long-term solution is finding others with the same goal as you. And the last one, which I did, is, hold up, is commitment and action, right? If you want to solve any problem that you have to make a strong commitment to it, and you have to take action in the present, right? If you don't have a commitment to it, then you'll quit before you get anywhere. And if you don't take action, then you can keep saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, but it never actually even gets started. So if you want to stop doom scrolling, what you have to do is say, okay, tonight's the night, right? I'm not going to doom scroll anymore. Tonight's the night where I don't use my phone like that anymore. I'm going to be a productive individual. I'm going to stop wasting my time. I'm going to get healthier, stuff like that, right? You make that commitment, and then you do an action right now, like let's say this, right? If I want to start studying this, I don't just say I'll do it tomorrow. I say, boom, I'm studying right now. You have to do an action in the present that proves to yourself that you want to do this and you will do this. Just choose an action that will prove to yourself that you are true, you're about this, right? That's what you got to do. Just commit and then prove it. And it's important to prove it immediately, because if you don't and you just push it off, then nothing ever happens. There's no foundation to build upon, right? But when you commit to something and then show yourself right now, I'm going to do this, that's when you get a foundation, and that's when you can start building. So that's it. That's all I've tried. That's how it's been working for me. Just kind of summarize this whole video. Doom scrolling is bad because it wastes your time and it messes up your health. And the way you can stop it is how I just told you. So that's all I got. If you'd like to learn how to be saved, I have a video over here. If you'd like to learn how to start self-improvement, I have a video over here. Thank you for watching, and praise God.